Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thank you for joining me. I'm so grateful to be back live on air and doing the show on a regular basis. Tonight is a little unique because I still have not been able to move into my place since Irma came through. She set us back a week, but I'll get to officially move in this weekend. So I have a makeshift studio, and I'm going to do I'm going to practice really hard not to move because I actually have the laptop and camera on my lap. So this is going to be a real challenge for me. So if I look like a still robot, that's why. Anyway, so I'm really happy to be back. And, you know, the universe has definitely shaken things up for the last several weeks. And during that time, one of the things that came into my awareness was how easily we can become discouraged when we're faced with challenges that seem to pop up whenever we set a new intention for a positive change in our lives. And, you know, change can seem so hard, and it's easy to then question the choice that you made and possibly even decide to give up your pursuit of happiness because of these challenges that end up showing up after you make a choice. So I felt it was important to share this because what's important to know and understand is everything in your life that isn't aligned with the outcome of your choice has to come up to be dealt with in order to energetically align with your goal and bring it into reality. So when this happens, the universe is basically saying to you, okay, so this is what you want, but for you to get what you want, you have to choose to let go of things that are keeping you from receiving. So, for example, say you decided you wanted to live a happy, joy-filled life of peace and love. Well, then you'll be dealing with all the sadness, chaos, and unlovable things that are currently in your life. So you have to clear the path of whatever's making you feel unhappy. Most oftentimes, in order to have a new beginning, you have to revisit the past to energetically release those negative, misaligned aspects of yourself. So it's important not to give up. Stay consistent, tackle one challenge at a time, and realize, it's taking you where you want to most go. The change that you want to see is coming. It's happening. You just have to work through a couple of things and almost kind of prove to the universe, like, yeah, that's what I want. I'm not going to change my mind. This is the direction that I want to head, and that's what I'm sticking to. So as long as you can do that, you're going to end up exactly where you want. But more often than not, people get discouraged and they give up and they stop, or they beat themselves up about making a wrong choice. And I just don't want to see that happen for you or anybody else. So maybe give that some thought next time you decide you're going to, make a change in your life. And when things start going wrong, shift the perception on it and have a different point of view. Okay, so on to tonight's predictions, which run through to next Thursday, October 12th. These are general predictions for everyone in areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. The general theme, there's a couple of them. So it's stepping into your true position and becoming yourself. More of you this week will experience deeper levels of self-love by realizing you're worthy, you're deserving, and you're amazing. A lot of you will have a really great week. It'll be a little challenging. It's going to vary where you are on your journey and what path you're traveling. So it's going to be a varying degree for everyone. I do feel like, again, overall, it's going to be a positive week. And I feel like all of a sudden you're going to realize, hey, I'm happy. So I think that's important. Allow yourself to just experience that moment of happiness and not overthink it and pull yourself back into sadness. A few of you will get to that experience after realizing you've just been sucked into some sort of drama or issue, whether it's by someone else or it's yourself creating some sort of issue or drama within your life, or or a friend sucks you into their drama and all of a sudden you're pulled in and you're feeling what they're feeling and you're stressed, and, stop yourself from going down the rabbit hole of someone else's misery. So be mindful of that. Another theme is travel. Some of you will physically be traveling next week, whether it's connected to work, vacation, or something else, but some will physically be traveling. everyone will be traveling through many different emotions, thoughts, and or perceptions. So everything right now is in a state of change. I mean, the one thing that's constant in life is change. So that's nothing new. It's just going to be more so in your awareness. You'll also be traveling or shifting levels of awareness which require you to switch up your priorities. It's important for all of you to be open to the new this week. So be open to new possibilities, new ideas, new people, new situations, new places, new whatever. Anything that begins with new, be open to it. Don't do the automatic response of shutting down or avoiding or getting into a fear-based thought about it. Be open. It's important this week because it's going to be a catalyst for change for you. So again, just be open. And be in the present and realize you can experience happiness at any point in your journey, not just the final destination, right? So many of us get into this mindset of, okay, when I graduate, I'll be happy. When I land that perfect job, I'm going to be happy. When I finally get to buy that expensive car, I'm going to be happy. When I meet the love of my life, I'm going to be happy. You see how you're never going to find happiness when you're constantly chasing it? Happiness exists inside of you. It exists in the moment. So again, I think it's going to be a powerful week with realizations in regard to that. And remember, the power is in the journey. So enjoy it, even if it's challenging. Another theme is to go forward. So for everyone, a major aspect of your life is moving forward. The aspect you'll be tackling this week on an emotional level is courage and fearlessness. So some of you will be challenged with having to make a major life choice. Do you stay afraid and stay stuck in the way things are and have been? Or do you seize the opportunity by being courageous and fearless? Like the choice is yours, right? With action comes reward. With inaction comes more of the same. So remember what I discussed at the beginning of the show about change and how inevitably there will be challenges that surface, but with persistence, courage, and fearlessness, the outcome will be success. Now, some of you working through fear, it will manifest itself in a constant stream of worry and anxiety. So some of your worries will be more imagined than real. A few of you will be feeling overwhelmed and stressed by unseen fears. So try to stop yourself, take a breath, and get specific about what you're afraid of. Like, what are your fears? You know, are you afraid to end a relationship? Are you afraid to quit your job? Are you afraid to be successful? Are you afraid to have children? Are you afraid to say you don't want to have children? Like, get specific. Figure out what those fears are. Most of the time, anticipation and the overthinking of what you think may or may not happen is much more worse than what actually does end up happening. So it's just another layer of getting comfortable with the unknown. You might as well get comfortable there because everything is an unknown. Even when you're a psychic, nothing is known. Like, you're going through it. I go through it with you. I don't get to know stuff. I get to help other people know stuff, but I don't ever get to know stuff about myself. I just have to trust my intuition and trust my own instincts and gut and follow through and pursue and then just see what happens. And if a door shuts, cool, I'll go another way. So try to take that perspective. Just hang in there. And also, ask for help if you need it. Don't be too proud to ask for help. Asking for help is a sign of courage and fearlessness, not it's not weakness and it's not shamefulness. Ask for help if you need it. Everybody needs help sometimes. So another way this will manifest for some of you is the old, I should be this far in life, or I should be a better person, or I shouldn't be doing this. It's what I like to call shoulding all over yourself. That is what you're doing. You're basically telling yourself where you should be, what you should be doing. Okay, that again is somewhere in the future and somewhere in the past. Like, again, you're not being in the moment. And this will also pop up with other people in your life telling you what you should be doing. So to me, this week, I feel like you're going to be taking an evaluation of those people in your life. And you're either going to just take stock of these people that are affecting you in this way and constantly telling you how you should be living your life, and maybe not doing anything about it. But then there's going to be some of you that actually realize this and you end up setting some clear boundaries with those people, or you just take a break from those relationships and you take a step back to gain some clarity and get that clarity for yourself in your own life. And again, most of the time when people are trying to project what you should be doing onto them, it's coming from a space of love, but it's coming from their own perspective, their own fears, their own stuff. So again, it's always best to just kind of listen to yourself. Obviously, it's okay to listen to opinions, but take it through your own filter. For some, like these people in your lives are a major, major contributing factor to your anxieties and the issues that you're having. So really, just take a good look at it. Now, work for those employed. Things at work next week could be pretty tense. I feel like they could be tense for everyone. So there's going to be stressors. Things are going to be happening. It's going to be from minor to major. It just all, again, depends on your journey and your place of employment. Just be mindful of your own actions, words, and contributions to this tension. Steer clear and don't worry. It will pass. Like, it's just some energy that needs to move and get resolved. Now, you can only control yourself, nothing else. Some of you have been worried whether or not you're going to lose your job. You've been having anxiety surrounding this. And unfortunately, I do feel like for some of you, those fears will be realized. Some of you may not have a job next week. But I want you to try to remember to stay positive about it, even though it sucks. But, when one door closes, it's so another better one can open. And the people that I feel may be losing their jobs, I feel you're actually miserable anyway and you hate your jobs. So it's really going to be a blessing in disguise. And even though in the moment it's a little blow to the ego and a little fear kicks up because you're freaking out about where you're going to get a paycheck or money, really, I feel for everyone, it's going to be in the best interest for the long run. Let's see. Work for those of you looking for a job. Next week, again, it's about thinking positive and being persistent. This is a great week to ask for help in your job search. So, the next person you could talk to about your employment situation will know of an opening which would be perfect for you. So don't be afraid to, tell people. There's nothing wrong with not having a job. Like, it happens. So just put yourself out there and talk to everybody and anybody that'll listen to you. And somebody's going to give you a lead. And the next thing you know, you're going to be working at the perfect job. Love, committed relationships and dating. For some, this is a good week to give each other some space and stop dissecting every aspect of your relationship. Constantly going over and over the same issue again and again gets you nowhere. Take a step back. Focus on something else, then revisit the issue when everyone involved has some new energy for resolutions. Because right now I just feel like you're stuck in this pattern of blame and hashing it out and talking about the same thing over and over again, but you're not focusing on what a compromise is or what a solution is to your situation. So next week, give yourself a break and just rest easy. Focus on something else. There's a few of you that have been feeling like there's something troubling going on in your relationship. I feel like some of you feel like your partner is doing something behind your back. Some of it feels like unhealthy codependent behaviors. Now is the time for those group of people. I feel like now is the time to talk about it and get it up and out. Talk about it in I-feeling statements. Don't come into this conversation doing the blame game. It's not going to get you anywhere. So, again, for you people that are struggling in relationships, next week will be a good time to just get some stuff out and clear the air. And, again, just get some resolution so you can stop feeling fear around your relationship. And I do feel like also there's some of you that are dealing with trust issues. So this needs to be addressed. It needs to be discussed. You got to stop avoiding it. Those of you looking for love, this is a great week to get whole emotionally with yourself. I feel like you just got to get a grip on what you're feeling and what you're thinking and how you view yourself. So to me, it's more of that self-love stuff that's going to be coming up. And the more that you can do that and focus on yourself, it'll do wonders for you when you do finally start dating someone. For those of you who have recently met someone, I feel like take your time. Don't rush things. They may not be what they seem. So again, trust seems to be a little bit of a theme this week, and trust takes time to develop. So if you're new in the dating thing with someone, just get to know them. There's no rush. If it's the real deal, they're not going anywhere. Finances. This week's going to be another week of high anxieties and worry about money. I feel like everyone could use and stand to practice a level of detachment to money and instead focus on a solution and creative ways on how you can generate some extra cash or barter with people. I do that all the time. I barter with people. One of my good friends, my hairdresser, we barter. I do services for her. She does services for me. So that's another way that you can try to work through things that you may need when the finances may not be there for you. So consider that. And again, if you bring it up and talk about it, you'd be surprised how many people are actually open to it. Some of you have really been like robbing Peter to pay Paul, and you're doing this crazy juggling act of paying bills, and you're just having a tough time making ends meet. And for those of you, I really, really feel like you've got to put yourself out there and find other resources that are out there that are available to you. You need to get some help, whether it's legal counsel to file bankruptcy, or maybe you need to go and you need some extra help with groceries. Go apply for food stamps. There's nothing wrong with getting help for yourself. If you need it to get back on your feet, to get into a place of more prosperity, then do it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no shame in it. You got to do what you got to do for your family and ask for help. For the rest of you, I feel like things will be status quo. It won't be good. It won't be bad. It's just going to be. Health. This week, worry, stress, fear, anxiety, it's going to be taking a toll on you physically. If you don't redirect that energy to something else, you're going to see it manifest in aches, pains, accidents, stress, fatigue. It's really, really important that you focus on solutions and not the problem. You know what the problem is. Now figure out how to resolve it. Just be open to a resolution. Some of you want to stay stuck in the victim mentality and just focus on the problem, but you choose not to do anything about it. You just want to talk about it over and over again. Some of you are waiting on test results. Again, if you're making yourself sick before you even know the results, just wait until you get the results. Then tackle the issue as it arises. Causing undue stress is only going to make a situation worse. So again, think positive. Think for a positive outcome. Will it? Breathing exercises, meditation, physical exercise, talking about it to somebody else that can give you a different perspective, and making a list of everything to be grateful for can help relieve some of the pressure of the stress and worry. Now, there are going to be a few of you this week that you're going to be numbing your stress with drugs and alcohol. And I just want you to be careful. Tackling your problems to resolve them is much better than suppressing them with drugs and alcohol. It's one thing if you're doing it socially and you're going out to have a drink, you're having fun, you're doing a celebration. It's totally different when you're just like, I got to get hammered because I don't want to feel sad and I don't want to deal with the thoughts in my head. That's different. That's unhealthy. And, that's only a short-term solution that could turn into a major health crisis. There's tons of people out there that are willing to help you. People like myself that want nothing more than to, give you a different perspective and maybe give you some ideas to pull yourself out of different situations. So, turn to others instead of alcohol and drugs. And again, like I said, I'm not talking to those of you that are going out and socializing every once in a while. I'm talking to you you're coming home and you're drinking every night to the point of passing out and, not remembering. Spirituality. This week, you'll realize the strength within you. Even in the face of adversity, you're going to see the strength. You're going to realize you can accomplish anything you set your mind to, and you can get to where you want to be within, internally, feeling healthy, happy, and good, and outside of yourself. So just believe in yourself and just know you can tackle anything that you need. This week is a great time to take up meditation. Like I said, stress levels will be through the roof. So it's going to be varying degrees for everyone. And overall, I feel like you just need to figure out what will work for you. So hang in there. That wraps up the predictions for tonight. And because so many of you are facing challenging times, I'm honoring my Groupon pricing to everyone for 30-minute sessions at $35. So call or text me at 407-374-3133 or email me at AskRebecca Reach out. Again, ask for help. I would love nothing more than to be your friend and show you a different perspective, and we can connect with some future timelines on decisions that you want to make and see where they would potentially lead you. You know, again, just reach out, ask for help. You can talk to me about anything. So I want to do a moment of Zen because, again, I feel like these stress levels are going to be really, really high. And so close your eyes, open your palms, and tell yourself you're open to receive. I'm going to focus on your mind to help alleviate stress connected to worry and to your thoughts. So here we go. All right, go ahead and open your eyes. I think I went over, so let me see how much time I have to see if I can actually take a caller. Okay, I have literally 4.5 minutes, so I hope I don't butcher your name. Jameskia in Omaha, Nebraska? Are you there? Okay, I think I may have lost her or I can't hear her. Unfortunately, my setup is not that great. So what I'll do instead is I'm going to see if I can connect with any crossed over loved ones that have messages for you. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. Okay, so let me see if I can connect with any spirits that might be coming through for those of you that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. So I feel like I have a younger female here, and when I say younger, she feels like not quite a teenager, so maybe somewhere between the ages of 10 to 12. She feels really young to me, and she's making me feel like she's a sister. She's not coming across as a daughter. So I feel like this message is for someone who lost a sister at a very, very young age. And it feels, she's making me feel like it was a long time ago. So I feel like it was, I keep getting 50, so it could have been sometime during the 1950s, maybe even the early 1960s. I'm seeing her with shoulder-length brown hair. I do feel she's wearing glasses, and they kind of remind me of a smaller version of, the round ones, like really small. But they also feel like they're almost bifocals. And I feel like she wore sometimes her hair was put up in little pigtails, and I'm seeing like a dress in a light greenish blue, and again, the style is, I would feel like the 50s and 60s, and I feel like it was an odd illness, like it feels like it was expected but not expected. So I feel like she had medical issues and some sort of illness that is rare on some level. She looks super cute. She's not really saying anything to me. She's just kind of saying, I'm here, I see you, I'm around, and she's attached to her sister. So I feel like you guys had a really, really tight connection, and I kind of feel her like holding on to you and hugging you a lot. I hope that means something to you, and I'm sorry that she's not really saying anything. She's just projecting a lot of love outwardly, and that she misses you and she's there. So I hope that that brings some peace to whoever that message was for. And I am running out of time, so thank you all for tuning in, and I'm so happy to be back. I look forward to connecting with you next week. If you'd like to book a session, you can contact me at AskRebecca@gmail.com. Call or text me at 407-374-3133. Or for more information, you can check out my frequently asked questions page on my website at www.askrebecca.guru, G-U-R-U. Have a great week, everyone, and if you need my help, you know how to reach me. Thanks. Bye.